So yesterday I started talking about like how I'm feeling and how the fact that like the way people speak and express themselves and we're so different. I'm at this point where it's kind of like to renew myself, and to just let things, they are what they are. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be stuck. I look at this person in my mind and I think, how is this person that was so unattached? How is it that he's so important in my mind and in my heart? The thing about him is that we had been together for, knowing him now, it's like 14 years. We started dating in 2005 and we had our first problem, serious problem, like in 2009, which is the year that I was pregnant with our daughter. And the excuse he used then was because I was working and I would come home and had to clean and had to cook. I would buy mostly all the groceries and like pay the bills or whatever bills there were had to be paid. And as like you always think like a person who loves you and cares about you, they're always going to try to like take care of you and help you out. And that's exactly what I felt like I was doing. I was trying not to pressure him and like everybody should know their role and what needs to be done, and they do it. Well, the reason why he claims that he cheated on me then was because I was yelling at him too much. I was yelling at him too much, and he didn't like that. It was so hard. It was like, I remember the pain then, and it was horrible. Like, I would fall asleep crying. Like, it was just going to work every day and like having to suck it in. And like, it was so hard because you can't help but put your trust and every like hope into that person, because they're kind of feeding that if they're there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a mannequin. Like, the mannequin doesn't act. It's cold. It's doesn't speak. It doesn't feel. It doesn't do anything. This is a person who's sharing their life with you, however it is. And a lot of people say I don't have any dignity and whatever. And it's like, you can throw out every expression or word or comment that you could possibly throw out there, but we're like, I've judged people before, and I know my goal right now in life is to go through life without judging people and without criticizing, because even what I'm going through is like, to people it's like stupid and pathetic and like you need to move on, and he's done it, so why don't you move on? And there's truth in that, but at the same time it's like, I'm not like, the idea of like marriage and like forever and the person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, that's what I have. And it's unreal to me because I feel like it happened to my mom and dad. Like, they separated too. My dad used to hit my mom a lot, like I said yesterday. He used to hit her a lot, and it was like, once he was gone, it was relief. It was like we weren't going to have to go through that anymore. And I feel that, like, now, right now, as I'm alone, like, I know it's for the best that he's gone, in the sense that I don't feel like I have to wonder who's he's on the phone with, because that's one of the things he used to do. Is he going to come home? Is he really going to, like, show me affection and stuff? Because it's like, a person tries, like, you really try the wholeheartedly. I have, and I will always try. But with him, it's like, I noticed that this whole time that he came back, like, I saw somebody who wanted to try, who was giving me like you know, like, he was trying to give me trust and showing it to me, like, oh, look, this is where I'm at, and, like, this is what I'm doing. And it's really sad that you have to live like that, because, like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like, who are you talking to? Where did you go? Why are you not here at the time you're supposed to always be here at? Like, I personally don't want to live like that. So, like, the whole time, like, it was, like, good, but then there's, you know, the little bit of doubt that you kind of, like, you're constantly looking back, you know, over your shoulder, like, you know what I mean? It does break so much trust in the person that you do it to. I feel like to compare myself, because you can't help it. She's not better than me. And I don't want to judge her, and I don't want to, because in her mind what she's done is, there's nothing wrong, because he was there. And that's one of the things that I have to accept, is that he is the reason why I'm the way I am, because, you know, like, I'm alone because of him, because he decided. What she decided to do, that's her problem, but, like, as a woman, to compare yourself to, as, why did she get this? Why did she get that? Why didn't I get this? Even though, like, I let you back so many times. And, you know, people say, like, oh, it's because you disrespect yourself every time you let him do that to you. And my mind always thinks, like, probably the same way that a lot of people think. Not everyone, obviously. But the idea is, if I'm giving you trust and I want you to see that, you know, you should be, not to throw it in their face, but, like, be grateful and be glad and appreciate it, you know? I don't want, like I said before, I don't want him to pay for anything. That's not how I see things. Like, I don't want it to be to that point. And now it's really hard, because I'm in a point where, like, there's nothing to wait for. Like, the one thing I had is gone. Like, this is the way people live. They can just go and start a new family anywhere else. Like, it doesn't matter. It makes the meaning of marriage and, like, family and being and finding someone that you can be with forever. It's like, it doesn't exist here. And, like, I think about him and I wonder, like, this person means so much to me. Like, he means everything to me. He means, I will never give my body to any other man, because I realize that now how important that is, to be true to yourself and true to that person. I feel like it's what they do to your brain is, like, why do I want to get married now? Like, what's the point of it now? It's really, like, I'm glad for those people who move on, who find the anger and it drives them to, like, let go. They just let go. They're like, you know what? Like, it doesn't, even years of being married to someone or with someone, having so many kids, and it's like, and they don't dwell on it anymore. And it's like, my personality doesn't want to let go. Like, I don't know. It's like telling myself in my mind, like, you want him and you want to be with him and you love him and you care about him, and, you know, he might come back, and if he comes back, you can marry him and you can be, it's like, why am I telling myself this? Do you understand? Like, it's so contradicting. I talked to my mom last night and she actually listened, and I know it gets old, and, like, nobody wants to talk about the same depressing stuff. Like, I try, and I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed. I'm so blessed. Like, really, my kids and I have stability thanks to my parents. I try to be as loving and as attentive as I can be, and it's hard. Even if you have like a normal happy family, like as happy as you can be, like it's hard. Parents don't have that much energy. We're not as interested in toys or whatever. But I try to have all that. Like, I try to give them that. And it's hard because my daughter is getting to a point where, like, the attitude is coming out, and it's like, I'm not ready to have a teenager at all. At all. And, like, on top of all that, being by myself and thinking, like, my son is going to be needing his dad to, obviously not the way he is, but if he was, if he thought and said, okay, you know what, like, I didn't have my dad, and I have a family, and she loves me, and, like, I care about my kids, even just a little bit, like, I'm going to try to change what my past was. My future is going to be brighter. My kids are going to have me. And it's hard because, like I said, I don't have, like, all I can think about is, like, I just want time to go by fast. Like, I just wanted to just, you know what I mean? And it goes by fast, like, it really does. My kids are really big, but, like, you just want to get out of this hole. Like, you want it to just be over and done with, and you want to be okay. And, there are things that I see on Facebook and, like, certain posts, like, oh, some of them are, like, vulgar, and some of them are kind of like bitch attitude, to say, like, you know what, I'm not gonna cry over you because you're, like, it's not like I lost something important. My mind keeps telling me that's the father of my kids. It's so easy for somebody to walk away. And I see people, I see men who, like, they change, they get their act together, they work hard for their kids. Him and I were struggling the past 2 months. Our fridge wasn't ever full, but we always had something to eat. My kids might not have, like, something for me to pack them for lunch, but they had lunch. You know what I mean? Like, and in this world, it's like, we weren't meant to have pain, but this is what this system of things brings, is pain. You don't have to fight to survive, to get through, but this system of things, you have to fight. Like, some people have a bigger fight than others. Comparing myself to her and to other people that I know, and I'm like, this person has this person has that, this person, and it's like, you shouldn't sit there and loathe and complain and compare yourself. But it's hard. Like, it's really hard, I've never understood why people commit suicide. And I'm never going to know. Because in me, it's not, in my mind and in my person, it's just not logical. Like, I have my kids, and they're the reason for me to continue. You know what I mean? And maybe to someone, that's probably the reason to give up. Because, you know what, I'm harming my kids, and I'm not a good person, and, like, I don't want them to have to deal with me. Like, it's just, I know that he's going through certain things, and I'm not excusing him. Because walking away from your kids is never the reason or the right choice. But this is my life every day. Like, my day goes on. I wake up every morning. The first thing in my mind, like I said before, is like, he's gone. then it's like, why the hell do you even, like, just let go? There's nothing. It's over. Like, get it through your head. Like, you know? Then it's like, I gotta get my kids up. I gotta get them ready for school. I got to get breakfast. I gotta move, take them to school, come back. I'm by myself, and it's like trying to occupy my time so that my mind doesn't feel bad. But there's this loneliness, you know? Like when he used to be here, when I used to, like, it's so, like, an internal battle. Like, oh, I miss him, and, you know, I wish he was here, and, like, I miss this about him, I miss that. But then it's like, he was here, and, like, I was always worried, like, is he talking to her? Has she called him back? Like, is he being honest with me? And, you know, like, it's a push and pull. And it's probably an imbalance, and it's not, like, a healthy thing. When I used to go to the psychologist, it was like, I could see it in his face that it was like, I'm over it. Like, talk about something else. In my mind, it's like people say, don't be a prisoner of your own mind. But this is life. You know, this is the system of things we work. Like, you know, God, if I could love it, if I didn't have to think about him, if it didn't torment me that the idea and thought of him having a child with her, and her having the biggest Vanessa smile ever from The Little Mermaid when she's right there with Eric, hugging him because she's going to marry him. It's like that. It's torture. For today, this is all I wanted to share. I'm happy for people who love each other, respect each other, and appreciate each other, and are together. I wish I had that. And have a nice day, everyone. And just know that I am grateful, I am blessed, and I have 2 beautiful children. And this is just what I'm going through right now. It's like, thankfully you don't have to be in my head all day, but this is what I go through. I'm gonna, like, eventually just share stuff about myself, because, like, it's kind of like a diary. I have a lot of stuff that, you know, like I said, didn't want to make it too long because it takes too long to upload, and I know it gets boring, but anyway, so this is it. It's not that big of a deal. Just shared a little bit more about what happened and, like, how long we were together. Trying to move past and forward, like, you know, to just get that in my head. So everybody have a nice day.